All right, thanks very much. A huge day for the Tech football team, Aaron Dickens. A lot of signees from the junior college ranks. Towards the latter part of the season, Coach Tuberville emphatic about not going the JUCO route. Obviously, the way they finished up and a desperate need on defense, things changed, don't they?
Yeah, I think the results at the tail end of the season kind of dictated they needed to dip in heavily into the junior college ranks more than they would have otherwise. I mean, if you watch any of the games last year, especially in the second half of the season, you know they need help defensively. Gave up 66 points twice in 3 or 4 weeks to Baylor and Oklahoma. And so they got guys that they think will help them defensively next year. This is a win-now business. Ideally, you probably wouldn't have to go junior college route, but again, ideally, you wouldn't give up 66 points to Oklahoma State and Baylor either. So it's about winning. It's about getting results. And so this was the best way to do that.
Talk about some of the players that did sign today and who you think can make an immediate impact.
Lee Adams, a defensive end out of Riverside Junior College in California. He should come in and compete right away for some minutes. Will Smith, a linebacker. Especially if Texas Tech changes defensive schemes to a 4-3, as some of these recruits have mentioned. Will Smith is a guy to watch. Very athletic, maybe not as productive as some of his teammates in terms of tackles or sacks or whatever, but a very good-looking prospect.
Can he act?
Kay!
I'm looking for Kay. Have you seen him? Sort of a surly older gentleman. He smiles like this.
I'm sorry, bad humor. Anyway, go ahead.
And then offensively, Javon Bell. I mean, he's the guy that it became public, his commitment this past week, along with these other 7 or 8 prospects. But he's the guy that they were recruiting for a long, long time, much longer than anyone else of this group. He was being recruited in January and February. He had an offer along with some of the top high school prospects that are in this class for Texas Tech. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much they want him and how much they've been on him. He is a special type player. He should be able to come in and compete right away for a spot at receiver, outside, has some speed, has some swagger, originally from Florida. And I think offensively, you kind of missed some swagger last year. You didn't have a guy that really kind of, could go and make a play and make a play when you needed it. So he's a guy to watch offensively.
All right, Aaron, and also there's talk of a new scheme on defense going from the 4-2-5 to the 4-3. Explain that, if you would.
Yes, several of these junior college signees now have said over the last couple of days that they were told that Tech was moving to a 4-3 defense. And what that means basically is you will have one more linebacker on the field and one less defensive back. So we have 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs. So the calls will be different. I'm sure that a lot of things schematically will be different. I don't think the average football fan really cares a whole lot about that. But you'll have 3 linebackers. I think what this really tells you is that Tech is serious about stopping the run. And in this Big 12, I think you saw some this year, and you'll see more of it next year with West Virginia and TCU joining the mix. A lot more run-oriented than it has been in the past. And so you saw Tech struggle mightily against the run this season.
Oh, did I? Yes.
So I think this change was made with that in mind.
Yeah, it can only get better. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, it's hard for it to get worse.
Right. All in all, a good day for Texas Tech football.
I would say so. I mean, these guys will be able to help you next year. I don't think all of them will start necessarily, but from a practice standpoint, special teams, and as at the very least a reserve on defense, these guys will help you. Depth was a huge issue on defense for Texas Tech this past season. So at the very least, these 8 guys, the 5 defensive guys will help you there.
And they have a new offensive line coach.
Jim Turner from Texas A&M, the first cousin of former A&M head coach Mike Sherman. He spent 4 years in Aggieland, a great recruiter, ties to East Texas, Louisiana, and his offensive line has been one of the strongest kind of areas for the Aggies over the last several seasons, and I think that he will do good things at Texas Tech.
All right, we look forward to spring football kicking off February 17th. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, baseball opens up on February 17th. Still basketball going on. It's going to be a busy month.
It will. All right, Aaron Dickens joining us live in the studio. Thanks very much for your time.
Hey, you bet.